for me, a key learning was until it gets to a point where it is intuitive, don't go live.
Welcome traders. So just had an interview with Paolo, a smart money concept trader trading on the bigger time frames. We'll give you an insight into his journey, his challenges that he's faced doing the evaluation, and also some trade management and some advice for future traders. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom below. Paolo, welcome. How are you?
Hi, Diego. Yeah, very well. Very nice day, bright day, sunshine. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Lovely. I can see the sunshine just reflecting off your face and into my monitor. See, I need some shades right now.
I reflect the sunshine. What can I say?
I love it. First of all, congrats on passing the evaluation. Obviously, it must have been a tough job. It's not really easy to become a portfolio manager for a prop firm. So you're obviously a professional trader as well. Could you give the audiences a bit of a background with your trading, what got you to trading, your journey, and where you are right now?
Yeah, sure. So my background into trading has been pretty much like the average, like any other trader, really, ups and downs. I came to know this area and like market, so to say, because my mate, we were working in a shop, and then he mentioned this to me and said, "Why don't you look into it?" And I started to look into it basically. And you get sucked into it because of the promise of quick wins, quick rewards, you name it. Like we know these kind of things, right? But then it's taken me around 3 years to get to where I am. So it's been quite of a journey. I could have got there sooner if I did things differently, but in hindsight, you never know. So you just learn as you go.
Definitely. I mean, when I started trading, I believe it was 8 years ago now. Honestly, there's a real truth. I thought I was a professional trader, profitable within the first year. I was so overconfident that I took an investment of 10K, right?
Yeah.
In my first year of trading. And I'd done a course and everything. But the only problem is that this course, they never taught you risk management, psychology, process, trading plan. It was just the strategy, and that was it. Long story short, I lost the 10K investment in my first 2 weeks. And it just doesn't, you really think you're going to make it quick, but it's not the case. I wasn't profitable after my sixth year of trading, right? It took me 5-6 years of trading until I became profitable. So I fully understand where you're coming from. It's a tough journey. It's not for everyone,
Yeah. And, if I can add a couple of things there, when I was early in my journey, I was listening to podcasts and all of that because I wanted to accelerate my learning and get to profitable quite sooner, right? But then what happens, I realize, is that you can shortcut it to some extent. So you learn from other people's mistake, right? But until you make those mistakes, you don't truly learn the biases that you're really subjected to, the psychology in play. And then what I did, I had to make these mistakes myself to learn on, live account, just like risking £10, like really, or even £2, the minimum really. So then I could learn more about my biases, my psychology, my emotion arising when a certain situation presents, right? So when that happens and you learn from it, then you start building up your skills.
Yeah.
And that's really taking me towards the journey of where I am today. I'm still learning loads. I'm in no means I'm an expert in this.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Yes. Even myself, I'm still learning. I don't think we ever stop learning as traders. The strategy is always going to be tweaked and improved. Even when it comes to the live markets, this is something that we teach, but it's something that I was never taught, which is the live markets. Yes, you can learn from your lessons, but I personally believe the most important, strongest fundamental pillar when it comes to becoming a professional, profitable trader is backtesting and simulations, right? Without that, it's going to be so tough, because if you're trading the live markets, and even if there's an 80% win rate strategy and with a high risk reward, high win rate, and if somebody gives it to you step by step, even in a PDF, on every single step that you need to take, you will probably struggle because you don't have that muscle memory and the experience and the emotions when it comes to live back testing and simulations, right? So with back testing and simulation, it builds those neuroplasticity in the brain, and it gives you the confidence. So the more you see a pattern, the more you see your strategy with real emotions when you're doing a simulation or a backtest, the more confident you get. So is that the training ground? It's a bit like if you're trying to lift 100 kg in the gym and somebody teaches you how to lift it with the right technique and the right angle, all right, you know how to do it. but have you trained for it? No. That's what backtesting does. You need to train for it. So you have the confidence and the execution to actually manage it. So I think backtesting and simulation is something that to really save a lot of traders time and years is to really focus on that. And that's something that we do as well as CTI. We really encourage traders to backtest, to do simulation, to review the trading, work in the process, because the strategy is obviously one thing. It's like 10% of everything. And 90% is everything. Psychology, mindset, process, backtesting, simulation. That is where you can really amplify your gains.
Absolutely. I do agree with that. And I guess like for me, a key learning was until it gets to a point where it is intuitive, don't go live.
Exactly.
That was a really key point. Yeah. For me. Yeah.
That's you just basically summarize what I just said in like 50 words in one is the intuition. Once with backtesting and simulation, it gives you that intuition and boom, are you ready for the live markets? You've got your rules, the checklist, you enter it, your intuition is telling you one or two things. One, 100% I'm taking this trade with confidence, or you're hesitant, you're nervous, you're a bit fearful, but that's what you need, that intuition. And what gives you that is backtesting and simulation. So it's really, really important. In regards to trading, what is your strategy? Can you give just an example for the viewers?
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on how you look at it in terms of time frame, but I'll give you an example. You can call it like demand order block, whatever you want, but there are different names. But primarily, if like the price shoots up, for example, right? So it is in an uptrend, then I will buy again when the price gets to the point where the price is shot up from. But I don't go blindly and enter. It has to start to react next to it, and then I'll take the trade when it gets into the area. Because if it goes down straight and plunges down, that's not an entry for me. So for example, it has to start so the price would have to start to make a lower low, lower low, lower low. And below each low, there's liquidity there. So as it gets closer to the order block, that's when I would enter, depending on confirmation always, of course.
Fantastic. It's a simple smart money concept strategy. I did something similar, order blocks away from confirmation. I use patterns as well. So I think that's a really powerful and effective strategy that you're trading there. You're waiting for that confirmation at the order block. Thanks for sharing. Let's look at your equity curve. This was pretty decent. I mean, this is quite hard, right? The reason I say it's quite hard is because your psychology, you went into a loss, went into profit. After 15, 16, 20 trades, you went back into a loss and you bring it back into profit and then back to break even after 40 trades. But then all of a sudden, your strategy obviously just went parabolic. And then I'm guessing you were accumulating the 30 trading days and whatnot. Walk me through your equity curve and your journey right there.
Yeah, so in the beginning, like I've got to be honest, it was a challenge because it's supposed to be a challenge, and therefore like emotion came in. But having said that, like I had, I believe, very strong management skills. So although I didn't go anywhere because it's pretty much break even, like I didn't go below the 0 point, and therefore for me it was really important. So I was really trying to be defensive there in the first 30 trades or so, just to get used to the psychology of taking part in this challenge, because it is a good chunk of money that it is at stake here, getting used to that. And then after I got used to that, I just like played according to my strategy, and it did go in my favor. After that, it was pretty much a flat equity curve. And because I wasn't aware that although you hit your profit mark, you've got to continue trades according to your strategy. So I was just focused on hitting the active day trade, I think it's called. Yeah. And so, that was a bit of my mistake, really.
All good. At the end of the day, you managed to pass. Really, really great performance. Your statement was, I liked the statement as well, pretty decent. You've got some big wins, some big losses, which is normal. And obviously here is where you're being conservative and managing the trading days and whatnot. In terms of that's a very long statement. There we go. Profit factor above average, obviously. So more than a 1-to-1, and a pretty decent win rate. So 40% win rate with an above than average profit factor is pretty decent. Have you got any advice for any future traders perhaps taking the CTI evaluation?
When I started the challenge, and it's probably reflected in my equity up and down, right? Pretty much break even is that I felt the pressure of time, because I know you've got 1 year time, but because I trade on higher time frame, like daily 8 hours, for example, sometimes I only have 1 trade a week, so to say, sometimes more, sometimes not even that. So for me personally, I felt the pressure of time. However, in reality, 1 is more than plenty. If you need to hit 30 average, active day trades per year, it's more than plenty even on a daily time frame. So although I felt the pressure initially, then I realized you've got plenty of time. Just be patient. So don't get the emotions be in the way, so to say, of your equity and your performance. And then number 2 would be, if the setup truly fits your strategy, take care. If it fits 80, 75%, don't take it, or reduce the risk by half or by 60%, whatever. So in other words, to have some sort of ranking. So if the setup is like a star setup, then go full risk, which could be whatever is your full risk. If there is a B setup, so a bit lower probability, then cut the risk even further. If it is a C setup, then cut it even further. So have some sort of ranking setup, because like that, you risk a lot less when the probability are not fully stacked with you.
Fantastic. I love that answer. Very detailed answer for the viewers. And I can tell you're using risk management as well when you're deciding what trades are high probability, which ones are low probability. So yeah, some very good advice. Thank you very much, Paolo, for sharing. And again, I just want to wish you all the best. Congratulations, and just keep doing what you're doing. You know what to do. You got amazing results. So I'll definitely most likely see you next time when you've scaled up to maybe 6 figures on your next account.
Yeah, thanks, Diego. That's the plan.
Definitely. And there you have it. So Paolo's now trading $50,000 after doing his 12.5K evaluation. So if you guys want to be in front of this screen doing an interview with me, passing the evaluation, becoming a profitable trader on the road to 6-7 figures, come and join CTI. Check the website and the link on the description below. Like and subscribe on the button. And also, just to take it one step further, what's more important other than funding is your trader psychology or a strategy. And this is what we offer at CTI. So Build Your Edge is a course developed by the CEO and Rodrigo. Everything to do with psychology, everything to do with your trading process, we offer that at CTI, right? We also offer, again, Daniel's strategy, the STT. That is a very profitable, high risk reward strategy. So check that one out. The corrective strategy, very precision, sniper entries, sniper exits by Jamie. Or the bank level trading strategy, pure smart money concepts, high risk reward, lower time frame execution, and multiple 10-hour trades every single day. So if you guys want to implement your strategy or your mindset, come and join us. Check the CTI website, and we'll see you next time, everyone. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe the button below. Bye-bye.